While we try to be as helpful as possible, this podcast should not be considered as professional or financial advice. It contains general information only, and you should seek out professional advice for your own personal circumstances before making any financial decisions.
Welcome back, guys. I'm Julia.
And I'm Nick.
I'm Tom.
And this is the Enthusiast Lab. Alrighty, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Enthusiast Lab. Today we have a special guest, Tom.
Well, he's our first one for this year.
We had Zach, but we recorded Zach in December, but he was released in January.
Yep.
So technically first recording for January for us.
First recording and straight back into it. And now we've got the legend, Mr. Tom.
Mr. Tom with us.
Mr. Tom.
So let's hear a little bit about you.
Who the fuck are you?
Well, I'm Tom, as you heard. I'm a
Mr. Tom.
FIFO worker. Never home, as you know.
Yeah. Fucking facts.
Didn't know if we'd be able to do this till March.
No.
Or April, actually.
Yeah. But, and here we are. Thank you so much for actually making the time.
Yes, thank you so much. What do you do up on the mines?
I'm a material logistics officer. You're probably both wondering.
What the fuck
is it? Exactly.
It sounds like a very fancy title.
It's not.
Oh, okay.
No. So we're down here.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Good money, but yeah.
Yep, fair enough. Okay.
Is there room to grow?
Sort of in leadership, but
okay,
that's about it.
That's
not really anywhere else you can go from there. It's sort of a stepping stone.
Okay.
So it's, people join the mines and catering companies like that, like
yes.
utilities and stuff like that, just to get, their foot in the door.
Yes.
I never took my foot out the door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Well,
it's not that bad. I think I'm exaggerating a little bit.
At the end of the day, man, you've got a place. Do you know what I mean? Exactly. So like it is doing well, but
it's still good money. We're still on just as much as all the others.
Yeah. Fucking.
With no trade, so
fucking laughing. That's the possibilities are like endless when you're in WA. Like you can just like yourself, just I don't need a trade. Fucking just go fly up
exactly,
and work your
way up.
What
happens when you come back?
Yeah, you're fucked.
And single or with a missus? Single. And how old are you?
22.
22. Fuck, you're young.
Yeah, young blood.
Jesus. Okay. So Tom has completed his build. And I wrote down.
He didn't do just a normal build. He actually did a full investment build with us.
Let me get there. So timeline wise, you signed up in August 2023.
Yep.
Slab down in December 2023. Then you had bricks in February 2024. Roof cover in March 2024, and then handover in October 2024. For all the listeners, timeline-wise, to see...
Fucking quick.
Yeah, it was one of the quickest builds we've had.
Yeah, it's one of the quickest, and even getting it to site. So the land was titled, your finances were ready, and we went fucking send it. From straight away in August, your slab was down before, like at Christmas. It was fucking insane.
Yeah.
It was quick.
And Tom didn't build a home for himself to live in. You built it for investment purpose up in Bullsbrook.
Yep. So why... for the listeners and shit, like why did you decide rather than building something for yourself, why did you decide to go for an investment property straight off the bat?
Well, obviously I'm FIFO, so I still live with my parent or my dad. So what's the point of paying rent when I'm not going to be home half the time?
Yeah,
in my
true.
case, 3/4 of the time.
Yeah.
I'm casual on shutdowns, but yeah, I didn't see a point in having a full mortgage under my name when I'm not even home 3/4 of the time.
Yeah, so fair enough.
Still living at home rent free.
Yeah.
Renting that out.
Build yourself a portfolio.
Yeah.
Maximize the money that you're on and pull into something that you can come back with.
Yeah, exactly. When I'm ready, when I'm done with FIFO, that's when I'll, build my own.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Would you consider moving into that one temporarily, or would you build it or buy a different one?
I don't think so, because obviously the elusive.
Yes.
Yeah.
The elusive.
The design. Obviously I didn't choose it, so it's not really how I want the house set up, or my personal home.
Yeah, okay.
So I'd probably just sell it if I was to
sell it, cash in on the profits, and fucking go to the next one.
Well,
take that equity. That's why we did it. Cause
the design's fantastic for renters.
Killer. 4x2 with a theatre, nice open space. We did a 375 square metre block, so 15 metres wide, 25 deep. and he had over 5 meters backyard, and we did the whole thing, front, rear landscaping. We did the induction cooktops. We did everything. So it was literally, as soon as you picked up the keys, it was tenanted in like a fucking week. Like it was done and dusted. There was nothing left that Tom had to try and do after, because there's a lot of people out there, we'll do investments, but then they're not actually finishing the homes completely. They're leaving them half finished. So then the buyer picks up the keys and, oh shit, now I have to do my fucking landscaping. Oh fuck, I have to organise dishwasher.
Because I remember you mentioned that.
Exactly.
I thought, we'll fucking smash it out.
Yeah,
get it all
100%.
done. Costs a bit more money, but that money that you spend on that, you're going to be losing in rent money anyway.
100%, because it's not on the market. So you just keep fighting yourself. Otherwise, boom, done, and it's getting tenanted straight away, which it is now, which is awesome.
Exactly.
And do you mind saying how much you got it tenanted for?
680.
680.
Yes.
Yeah.
Could have got more, but obviously it's not all about the money.
Yeah.
Obviously the
Tenants.
to the tenants, that's the word I'm looking for. Obviously that's very important.
Yeah, like their rent history and the type of tenant they've been in the past.
That's actually something I want to talk about, because we've had the conversation, me and Tom had it, when he came to pick up his handover painting. So we still gave him painting when he finished the build.
4 months late.
4 months later.
Hey.
And like, we were fucking, I had it in our house because we didn't have any more room left at the office, and then brought it back. Anyways, so we had this discussion, and I wanted to bring this up with everyone that's actually listening about this, because it was something that we first spoke about when we were first looking at investments, about where we want to looking at growth in terms of areas that there's going to be low rental availability, but also high growth in terms of equity where there's property and infrastructure to grow. And then when we were also talking about this, we're going, look, the average is between 650 to 750, depending on what you're looking for in most of Perth. Let's aim for the best, but if we get something that's a little bit less, it might be worthwhile. At least you're getting it tenanted. And this was a perfect example of that when you were explaining it to me. Can you give us a bit of a rundown? Because obviously you did have some offers with some tenants that were potentially giving you higher, because there's a lot of people out there going, oh yeah, I can get 750 tomorrow. It's not that fucking easy.
Well, you could, but
yeah,
you know,
but then you've got the risk.
what are your tenants like?
Exactly. So like, obviously you engaged with once you got the house done, you just reached out to a fucking like a property manager or
Before, so
yeah,
maybe a week before I picked the keys up.
Okay.
I was at work and I just started ringing a few property managers, getting the fees and stuff like that.
Yep.
And then I found someone I like. Well, I found two that I liked, and I decided when I picked the keys up, literally an hour. So I picked the keys up at 10 o'clock. At 11 o'clock, I had a meeting with the property manager.
Yeah.
And I just made it. And then we went through the house, and she said, yeah, this, that, and then I didn't end up looking at the second person. I just went straight with her.
Yeah, killer. And when obviously they did a couple of viewings, this and that, and a few people came through, and then you obviously finalised with the 680. But were there other offers, or how did that all go?
How was the whole process really? So we haven't done an episode on renting a home out. So talk us through the whole process really. Like, so you've met with them, and then what was the steps from there? Did you have to sign any docs? Did you have to, were there any documents to commit to her? Were there any times that you had to, make the house available? Talk us through the whole process. Because
didn't do anything.
Okay.
I met with her, gave her a key because she was getting photos taken, all that sort of stuff. Later that night, shared them up.
Wow.
Okay.
I think because this was on a Friday, and then this is Thursday, I think, and then on maybe a Wednesday, whatever. It was a couple of days before.
A couple of days before
people
the weekend.
wanted to come and have a look.
Yep.
So photos were up, everything advertised on real estate. I didn't do anything. She just said, give me the keys, and I said, so what from here? And she said, just leave it with me.
Okay, fantastic.
Amazing. That's what you want, man. Like as
100%.
less hassle as possible, just letting that streamline. And that's awesome to hear.
Well, I mean, that's what you're paying for, really. You're paying for their
100%.
expertise to, advertise and take the photos and, get the people to your home to, get it tenanted. Did she come with multiple offers to you of who tenants are?
She said that we've got 5 people interested.
Okay.
Looking on the Friday, and I think they all came. And then she said they're all happy. Maybe you get an offer this afternoon, but I didn't get it till Wednesday the next week because she accidentally sent it to the wrong email address.
Lovely.
So that's why it took so long. Otherwise, it would have taken less than a week. It would have been a few days.
Wow.
But I only got 2 offers from the 5 people. They were both at 680.
Yep.
But she said, look, we could get more, and there's definitely a high chance because obviously the rental crisis.
Yes.
But yeah, one's just stood out to me. She had everything you want to see for a tenant, and the other one was the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, one of them was kicked out of previous rental, always paid late rent, like all the bad stuff. Like left the house in a mess,
shit,
all that sort of shit. And
you
the
don't
other
want
one,
that shit.
Yeah. No.
All the stuff you don't want, especially in a new home.
Even if they're offering more, fuck that. What's the point?
Yeah, that's what I mean. And when you look at, you know, the money, an extra $70 a week to get $750 is not that much.
Yeah.
No, and that's the thing. It's like, so you ended up settling with the one that had a really good reviews.
First one, yeah,
the first one, and that was at 680.
Yep.
Was that for like a 6-month rental agreement, a
24.
year, 24 months? So 2 years. Awesome. And obviously, and that's something that I want to touch over and explain to people is, first off, it's still insane that you got $680 a week in a rental, and this was less than a week of you actually fucking giving the keys to someone. They haven't even like advertised the fucking thing yet. It's just done within a week. Second of all, yes, we didn't get the stupid money for the rental, but we've got someone that's got really good history that is locked in for 2 years, which is a lot better than just a 6-month, you know, temporary. Because at the end of the day, the less risk and the more stability for yourself as an investor, it's better those tenants staying there for longer, because then it builds that relation and it just makes it nice and easy for the money to flow. And then you've also got the fact that from when we first started the build to what it is now, like you've made fucking coin out of this thing. Like there's at least minimum 150K in equity that you've grown, like that you've already made. So the $70 a week, even if you start doing all the maths on it, it's not even worth, you know, crying about because of the amount of equity growth you've already had on the property since you picked up the keys. It means fuck all. You're still winning, laughing to the bank, and you've got tenants coming and paying for your fucking mortgage.
With the rental, is it covering your entire mortgage payment?
No, so it's interest only for now.
Okay.
So I think I'm getting, after all the property manager fees, I think I'm getting a touch under $2,500 a month.
Yeah.
And
Sweet.
It's, I think, about $3,000
a
month.
Yeah, cool.
And you're paying interest only?
Yep, for the first 2 years. So one of them's already gone.
Oh, okay, yep.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then switches over.
Yep.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, killer.
Okay, easy. I'll jump into the questions that I've got here. Did you always want to look at building, or were you looking at buying an established property?
I just wanted to build, because obviously my brother went through you guys as well. That was
Jack.
sort of.
Oh, that's right.
It's
Yeah,
Jack's
fuck.
brother.
Right. That's why you look so familiar, my guy.
Yeah, because it's Jack's brother.
Yeah, I know.
So Jack and Joel were one of our clients we built back in 2020.
Yeah.
Fucking legends out in Averley, which they're still there, aren't they? Yeah, they're still there. I need to contact them. I think he needs another house.
He always says it's broke, which is not true. But
And were you always set on building through us? So because you've had a family member build through us, you've obviously heard about us through family.
Only good things.
Hopefully. Hopefully.
Jack, if you listen to this, only good things.
Only good things. Did you know that you wanted to come to us, or were you still kind of wanting to shop around a little bit?
no, so I wasn't even intending on building or buying. Or I just wanted to learn a bit more about like real estate and investment properties and that sort of thing. So I actually looked at one of my mates from work. He built through affordable living.
Okay.
And he actually recommended me to them.
Right, okay.
One of these guys. So I rang him up. I said, can we have a chat? And he showed me some blocks and told me a bit about obviously building and buying, what's, you know, that sort of
The whole shebang about that.
all of it. Yeah. In one ear out the other, because I didn't know nothing. So when you learn so much on one day, it just goes in one ear out the other. But I learned a little bit. But yeah, so I was almost going to go with him, and then Jack obviously said, "No, speak to Nick and then see what he says." And it was just
And here we are.
Was there anything that swung you over to us other than a family recommendation? Okay, you can be honest at this point. Like, we sold you the house. Like,
it's my good looks.
That's what I was going to say. I think it's just obviously, I'm not saying you're being fake, but everyone tries to put on this persona to sell you. That's sales. But Nick actually felt like he was real, and he was telling me it's not about the money. You can build whatever you want. I'm just here for you. And obviously, having Jack was a massive reason for me to go with you.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Big shout out to Jack, but also I appreciate you giving the opportunity, because sometimes when you find someone that you like, you just go, like without blinkers, just go straight ahead for it and just go nuts. So I appreciate the
Well,
fact
I
that
felt a lot more comfortable with you
good.
than I did with, not that he was bad, like he was good, but, everyone puts on a persona.
Yeah, that's fair
100%.
enough. I mean, it's quite common in the industry. Like, you're quite often we find a lot of clients don't want to know you from a personal level. It's a business model that we've structured ourselves around. It's like, this is who we are. We're not going to change for a job. Like, this is just, it is what it is.
Just get the fuck over
like,
it. Get the fuck over
like
it.
There's the door kind of thing. Like, this is who we are. But a lot of people do want to show, the best foot forward kind of scenario. So it's not uncommon. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
There is there's the whole saying, fake it till you make it. You can't do that when you're dealing with someone's livelihoods. There's a fine line with it all.
You're not faking it till you make it. You're just putting on your business voice. It's no different when somebody calls you, Nick, and you've got a fucking phone voice and a half.
I have a
phone voice.
Hang up. What the fuck was that?
Like, everyone's got their telephone voice. So it's no different. Like, when you've got sales, you kind of have your sales persona, if you will. It just sometimes doesn't come across as well or as defined as others.
Yeah, all right, whatever. Whatever Julia thinks. I still think that you can either be yourself or you can try and be someone that you're not. And there is a lot of that. And what's actually happening, which I'm really, it mind boggles me, but I'm really happy for, is the fact that a lot of buyers now are so much more aware and are more comfortable to ask questions and go, you know what? No, I can ask those questions. Like, I don't have to just rely on whatever this guy's going to fucking tell me. Do you know what I mean? You can actually sit there and go, hold on, why the fuck should I go look there? Do you know what I mean? It's building that confidence back into the buyer to query this with the builder. And that's really cool to see. But, there's also the fact that a lot of what I do is so against the norm as well. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I built a home. And, we can do investments. But, you went and built an investment where most people in the whole investor group bullshit, because I deal with this all the time. They're like, don't invest in Bullsbrook. Fucking, here's Tom. Here's a perfect example of why you can. Again, doesn't mean you should all invest in Bullsbrook. It's about the reasoning of, when we were sitting down going, cool, we can look at Brabham and these areas north of the river or south. Here's what I've done. I've done my investment in Bullsbrook and we've done really well from it. This is reasons why. And then we show them to you. And then you went, okay, that actually makes sense. Like, I'm not living there. And it got tenanted pretty quickly and you made coin out of it. Happy days. What was your thoughts like when you got the keys and obviously got tenanted and stuff? Were you sitting there going, fuck, Nick was right, hey?
Oh, the whole journey.
Yeah?
Obviously, everyone guarantees a year build time, which is, we see how these building companies are.
Yes.
Not to mention names. But, yeah, I mean, when my supervisor rocked up, I think it was it was just when we were putting the bricks up, and he was saying, yeah, this will be done in September. I was like, what?
What the fuck?
Like, pardon? But, yeah, I mean, that just shocked me. And just like the building portal on Levita's website wasn't even updating.
It wasn't keeping up.
No, it wasn't.
No.
I was getting like 3 things done at once.
Yeah.
I'd go see that because obviously I'm FIFO. When I'd come back, I'd go see their house and it would be completely different. This is my house. When I left, it looked like this.
Yeah, literally. How did you find, obviously, because we obviously do our construction runs every 3 weeks and give you guys updates. Did that help at all, given the fact that you've been away 100%. For so long? Yeah?
Most of the time when I saw the house, it was on your Instagram.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Or the emails that you'd send me. I'd be like, wow. Because I only saw their house probably 4 times.
Yeah, shit.
Because
just you're stuck at work,
I'm
man.
at work, and then when I'm home, I can't be bothered doing it.
And you've got other shit, man. Like, sometimes you're only here, like, how many times we're like, oh, let's fucking catch up, and you're like, bro, I'm here for like 2 days. Do you know what I mean? Or I'm here for a week, but like, I'm in manager, like, I've got shit to do. I don't have the time to come. So when do you have time to then, oh yeah, let me go see the house at, 2 a.m. when it's pitch black? It's not the same versus during the day. Like, and when you're on the FIFO, like, especially yours, because it fluctuates so much, you don't have that set regularity where you can just sit there and go, oh, you know what, in 2 weeks' time, I'll go and have a look. It's like, bro, I'm here. I need to get shit done while I'm in Perth before I'm back 100%. Up north and then I can't do shit. 100%.
Did you have any fears going into building? Because, 2023, a lot of the building boom had kind of started settling down. But I know there was still a lot of fears and turmoil happening with some of our clients. So did you have any fears? Did you have any worries?
Not
any
really.
Concerns?
The only concern I had was obviously build time because you're paying interest when the home's being built.
Yeah.
But yeah, that quickly got shut down.
Yeah.
When I saw how fast it was moving.
Yeah, because you did a turnaround, 13, 14 months from sign up?
From paying deposit
August
completion.
to October.
Yeah. It was like it was like 13 and a half months. Like it was insane.
Wild time frames.
Yep.
And overall journey for you, like what did you enjoy the most? What were your highlights for you? Like what part did you enjoy? Was there anything you didn't enjoy?
Everything. No, sorry.
Didn't enjoy anything?
I did.
I'll just go fuck myself. No worries.
I enjoyed everything. It was just, I couldn't have asked for anything better.
Okay.
That's awesome.
There's nothing I can really complain about.
Yeah.
And as an investment, did you pick your colours? Because you had a really great colour scheme, but I don't think that was you going and doing pre-start selections, was that?
I gave it. So I had some, we had some pre-made colour selections complete. So there was like 5 different ones. And I think I was like, hey, look, think of this Scandi style, this and that. And I sent him a couple. And the brochures actually gave all the different colour guides. And he just literally chose from the 5 and went, I like option 3. I confirmed that with the team at Levada, and his entire pre-start was done. He didn't go in for pre-start. That's why everything was done.
Game changer.
Yeah. So rather than, trying to book in with pre-start and then having to spend 3-4 hours with them and then going to and from, this was just like, bang, done. You're in, you're out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy that is. That's why Levada do quite a lot of investment properties and stuff like that with grants and all that. And obviously we tack in here and there and try and help. Try and do a couple here for some of our clients like Tom here. So cool. It's so cool just having it all there. You just need to choose what you want. Off you go. Some people want to have, their own flexibility, and we normally just sit there and go, bro, you're either investment or you're not. Do you know what I mean? You can't dip your toe in and take it out. It's either jump in or get the fuck out.
But it was never my intention to move in or live there, so I just wanted it done.
Easy. Nice and easy.
That's going back to your previous question, what was my favourite? That's probably it. All I had to do was sign some paperwork, give Nick some money, and that was it.
Yeah.
Nick took care of it all. Baby them all the way. So overall, you feel like, how do you feel about the whole just building a home in general? Like, do you sometimes sit there and go, what's everyone's fuss about in terms of how they always go so negative about it all? What are your thoughts on all that shit?
It's all personal preference, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's all people have bad experiences. You've had a bad experience. That's why you are where you are.
Yeah.
A lot of other people, it's all personal. People talk shit.
Yeah.
People say, no, you should do this, you should do that, and they don't have a fucking clue.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to come to a professional.
Yeah.
Because I've got mates, they're like, no, do this, you should sell the house and do this. I'll stick with Nick, thanks.
My man, I'll keep you under my fucking wing.
Well, you're so young as well. You've got so much time.
Fucking man, he was 20. He was 20 when he caught
up. My math is mathing.
Okay, Julie's math is finally mathing. So he was 20 and now he's 22. And he's got a fucking investment that's being turned into that. And he's still living at home and just chilling, doing whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, you're fucking killing
living
it.
the dream. I'd love to see you in 8 years' time when you're 30, like what we are now. We're fucking old fucks. We are very old.
Hey, hold on, I'm not 30 yet.
Julie's 30. I'd love to see where you're at and for us to have another catch-up session. Hopefully we're still doing podcasts and podcasts are still a thing by then. You never know.
Sure.
If not, maybe a radio show. We never know. We never know where we're going to be. And just see where the fuck you're at, because smashing goals, bro. Like, smashing goals. There's so many people like, no, man, just go enjoy your life and spend your money and other shit.
That's what pisses me off about all my mates. No, you should come out to Perth, get a job in Perth and do what? He's like, I got a mate, I won't mention names, but he's like, I'm a qualified sparky now, earning, 50 something bucks an hour. I'm like, I'm still making more than you with no trade, nothing, doing more hours.
Yeah.
He's doing full time, which is 40 hours a week. I'm doing more than double that. So it's a no brainer.
Yeah. And the thing is, you're not going to be in it forever, right? Or you might be. But at the same time, while you're doing what you're doing now, make hay while the sun shines. And that's what it's all about.
Do it while you're young. You're
100%.
not committed to a missus. Like it's definitely harder when you have a missus that
100%.
You want to go home and see. It's even harder when you have a family. You've got kids and you're missing out on milestones. You're so young. Like, do it while you're young. Work the long hours.
It's not even about the whole you're young. You could be 30 and be in the same situation. It's just about maximizing what your situation is and actually doing something with it, rather than sitting there going, I'm just happy with with the general. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm happy with just existing. It's like, nah, bro, I want to fucking smash some goals.
Yeah,
I want to get ahead and I want to go hard or go home. That's what we're all about. And And I guess those are the type of people that really listen to what we do and actually build with us. They're the ones sitting there going, bro, I want to fucking change what I'm doing, and let's actually do some shit.
Yeah. I know, we kind of attract this niche demographic.
It's my little magnet, just like, come people, come. Me. We're a little fucking magnet.
Is there anything you would like to add? Well, actually, would you build again?
100%.
100%?
Yeah.
I'll send you a message tomorrow.
Is there anything you want to add to the podcast? Is there any advice you can give to listeners? Is there any advice you can give to people? Like, if you looked at yourself, or you could talk to yourself 2 years ago, what advice would you give?
Just seek that, like, professionalism. You know, go to someone that knows what they're talking about rather than listening to people that don't.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. How do you distinguish that, though? I mean, when you using the word professionalism, I don't know if that really
that doesn't really help Nick. Nick isn't very professional.
We're not professional. Like, we know what we're doing, but we're not professional. Like, how do you know when you're talking to someone who has the knowledge versus someone who doesn't? What do you look for? Or what did you look for?
Well, I suppose you don't really, because like we were talking about before with the fake persona.
Yeah.
But, you know, when I walked in Nick's office and he said 10 F words before I even walked in the door, then I realised that he was pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, I mean, if you're not sure, get different opinions, you know, line them up, see what people are talking shit, see what people are saying the same shit, and just narrow it down from there.
Yeah.
Just do your homework.
Sure. Yeah. Do your homework. And maybe, like in your situation, it's like, don't wait forever to try and do it. Just jump in and
do it, yeah.
and have the, at least, even if you're not jumping in, have the conversation, like what you did. Like you were saying in the beginning, you weren't, I'm going to go buy a home right now.
No, it was never my intention.
Nah,
I just wanted to speak to someone.
I just want to speak to someone, and it's like, so I'm building a house.
Yep.
That's usually how it goes. So
that's pretty much how I told my dad, I was like, yeah, I'm going to speak to Nick. You know, he knew who you were through Jack. And then I come back and was like, yeah, bought a block of land.
Yeah, so I bought a block of land.
He's like, what? I didn't think I would either, but here we are.
Yeah. Well, the dad thing after that, like, obviously the house is done now. Have you showed him?
Yeah. We went and saw it when it was done.
Yeah,
landscaping was all done.
Yeah, sweet.
We didn't have access, didn't have keys, but he was stoked. He knew Jack's story was pretty good, but he was
pretty happy with yourself.
Shocked,
yeah.
Every time I show him photos, he's like, what the fuck? He was just like,
oh, good.
That's awesome. And I think the biggest one really is, like, I really do appreciate how much you appreciated those updates we were sending. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's...
if you're FIFO, you know, especially if you're 2-1 or if you're on an even roster, different story. But, you know, in my instance, it was, every time I saw the house, it was on your Instagram.
Yeah, perfect.
There's a wall now.
The
house is done, the roof's on.
Yeah. Fuck, tiles are in.
Landscaping, like everything. I'd say 9 out of 10 times when I saw the house, it was... Or when something changed, it was when you uploaded a photo.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I think it's a perfect amount of time frame to give allowance for builders. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're there every week, like, sometimes you'll have a lot of movement and then nothing. Whereas over 3 weeks, you're bound to have something happen. So, like, it's always giving that right amount of that time frame. Like, you don't want to go and see the house. Again, some people are different. Me personally, I don't want to go and see the house every day. No. Do you know what I mean? It kind of loses the feeling of, like, oh my God, this house.
Yeah, it pisses the tradies off.
Being
a tradie in the
like,
past.
Some of the boys don't mind. It's when you start getting in their way or you're there all the time or questioning what it is. That's when it's like, bro, like, let me do my fucking job. Do you know what I mean? And that's where it is. Whereas, like, if you're going once a week or once every 2-3 weeks, it's like, oh shit, this has happened, or actually this is different. The outside might look the same, but they've chased all the walls and all the electricals in. It's just small things, and it's like small wins. Celebrating the small wins along the way.
Yeah, definitely. And in all honesty, if nothing's happened in 3 weeks, we can then follow up and work out why nothing's happened in 3 weeks. And normally there's like a very real reason why nothing's happened, and we can update you and say, hey, look, nothing's happened because there's been a delay with the train line or whatever it is, but at least we can narrow down exactly why nothing's happened, give you the update, and within another 3 weeks something would have happened.
Yeah. Yep. Fuck yeah. No, I'm just super stoked, man. Like, we did, you know, you believed in what we said, you know, you listened to all the advice I gave you. We went into Bullsbrook, we bought the block, we got the house done. You let me basically take reins and go, trust me. And
essentially, yeah.
And basically you got something out of it, and I just love hearing the wins out of it, going, bro, like, you know, like you were saying, within a week it was tenanted, you got 680 a week, for 2 years guaranteed with really good tenants, with really good history. What more can you ask for? Do you know what I mean? I'm just like sitting there because it's one thing for me to explain to people and go, this is what, you know, the situation is. Like, look at the numbers, and then I explain it to people. But then once someone actually sits there and goes, all right, fuck it, let's write it out, let's do it. And then you do it, and then everything I say actually unfolds.
That's what happened. You showed me when I first rocked up. I think the first day you showed me, because I told you about Brabham.
Yes.
And then you said, no, I wouldn't go Brabham.
Yep.
You know, personally, I go here. And then, you know, I was all ears. I'm always open to hearing new options. And then you showed me all the rentals that were available.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I think there was one house available or something like that in
Yeah.
the whole of Bullsbrook.
Yeah.
And you said all this infrastructure is getting built, this is getting built, and this is getting built. And it was just a no-brainer.
Have you done evaluation since the house has been complete? No, not yet.
No,
I'll be keen to hear.
Well, that's what I was saying. So we'll see how much it is. But the last one, when we were looking at it, because we did someone around the corner, was 150k more.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see.
So I'd love to see if it's hitting the 150 or 200 in profit versus what we initially built for. We did it for fucking cheap. You did a killer time, and it's still going up now. Like, the house went up again, another fucking $6,500 since December. Yeah. Just with how much shit's going, it's just the trades, man. Fuck.
Still want to see you at one of our client events.
He'll get there. It took us 4 months just to get his damn fucking painting, so hopefully at one of them he'll be.
Have you hung the painting up in your room or like at your parents'
house? I just
house?
moved house, so
okay.
Shit everywhere.
Fair.
Yeah.
So you're still down?
Still Mandurah,
just different house.
10 minutes away.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, sweet. Killer.
Fair
enough. I
enough.
think that's basically it. Anything else you want to add or anything like that, or no?
Not really.
Happy?
Very happy.
Yeah.
Good. I'm really. That's all I'm here for. All right, we can cut it now.
No.
He's very happy. Done. That's all we're
Thank
here
you
for.
so much for coming onto the podcast.
You're a fucking legend.
We really do appreciate it when clients come on board. And
Well, even just with how much, like I said, it's taken 4 months to try and get this guy to pick up a painting, but it took less than like 4 weeks for me to get him into the podcast.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll just lure you in with more
meant to fly
podcasts.
up on the 6th, so
Yeah, that's right. And then you're like, hey, are you still doing it? Because I might be actually here. I'm like, actually, I'm here tomorrow. Last night I'm like, actually, we're doing it tomorrow. You get the fuck here.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for making the time.
do you listen to the podcast?
no.
Perfect.
Just being honest. I don't like listening to podcasts. Honestly, yesterday was the first time I'd ever listened to a podcast, and it was one of the Joe Rogan ones
They're good.
with David Goggins.
Yeah.
Good episode.
Bro, it's a fucking good one.
I got like 20 minutes in and got bored. I like music.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, it's why we record on YouTube so that people, if they're not audio listeners, we have a visual listen. So some people like to watch. That sounds like weird.
The one I probably liked the most from Joe Rogan was when he had Elon Musk on. And that really
I've seen some snippets. I like watching snippets, like the interesting bit, but most of the time they're just talking shit.
Yeah. That
depending
one,
on what type of mood you're in.
that was probably one of my first ones I actually really got introduced into podcasts, was listening to that. I don't ever normally listen to it. Very similar to you. And that was probably one of the first ones I ever listened to. And like, I actually got into it. I was like, fuck. I re-listened to that like 4 times. Like, his ones are like 3 hours long. They're not like 20 minutes. Fucking long. But it was just so engaging, like just the questions and like answers. And that's the thing with Joe Rogan's ones. It's like you have a line of like killer fucking episodes, and then it's like boring as bat shit. And then he'll get some really good guests back on. You just never know.
I'm an avid podcast listener.
So now what you can do is go on and find our podcast and then download them and then start listening to them. And then you can re-listen to yours.
I'll be watching this one.
Yeah. At least we've got one extra download. Tick.
Fair enough. I mean, I appreciate you coming on board. You're not a podcast listener, but you've come on the pod.
No, I appreciate you.
Thank you so much for coming on board. We really do appreciate it.
No worries, thank you.
Is there anywhere or anything you want to plug?
Not really.
So normally at the end of a podcast, you plug like your socials if you want someone to follow. No,
no,
fair enough.
He just wants to plug Mr Enthusiast and to let us and to follow us.
Well, we'll plug Mr Enthusiast. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, on our website, Google, YouTube, Apple Podcast, or Spotify. If you can leave a rating or a review, that would be amazing. Don't forget to hit the subscribe or the follow button. And just remember, guys,
we're not here
to fuck spiders.
Damn straight.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.